Shakopee's voice there, Hank Hewitt. He did a nice job getting things ready to go for today's contest. And we are as well. Standing room only crowd of the Shakopee Ice Arena this afternoon. 27 minutes to the tardy, that doesn't matter. Everybody filing in here. This game originally puck drop scheduled for 1:30. But JV game ran long. We had some pregame festivities, but now we are ready to rock and roll. So glad you're with us on Game Time MN. My name is Nathan Blankel. Let's do the dang thing. Eagan in their traveling blue uniforms, that royal blue with Kelly green trim on the white numerals. Meanwhile, Shakopee in the home whites. Black numerals, white numerals trimmed in black. They've got some red accents and piping. A big saber across the chest of Shakopee. Left to right go the Sabres, right to left go Eagan in period one. Puck drop underway. And away we go. Quickly outletted the Cooper Simpson. Doctor at the blue line tries to feather a pass to him, intercepted. Eagan tries to chip it out. Doctor stays with it. High slot Simpson. Wrist shot. Blocked away. Shakopee will get on the forecheck. Held into the blue line far side. Dumped back deep into the zone. Behind the net goes Simpson. Leaves it for Pedersen. It's a great forward line for Shakopee. Centered by Simpson. Poke checked out. Eagan will look to play a little transition hockey. Shutting down the supply line was Kultgen. Steinhoff circles behind his own net, and Shakopee will break out. Simpson deep into his zone as forwards and D-men will change. Simpson couldn't get off. Along the far wing, here come Eagan. The Wildcats are 3-5 on the season, averaging 2.8 goals a night. Helen along the blue line, Chase applying pressure. And here comes Siegert for Shakopee. Wrist shot goes high, held it along the blue line nicely. Good pinch by the Sabres defense. And into the neutral zone go Eagan. 15:30 to play in the first period as the first shot on goal against Alexi Hewson is easily covered and held for an offensive zone faceoff for Eagan. Offensive zone draw. One, this time by Shakopee, and it rings around the half wall into the offensive zone for the Sabres, but that is an icing. Puck touched up by Gabe Gleich. It'll go all the way back down to the other side of the ice. Another offensive zone face-off for Eagan. 15:20 to play in the first period. No score, just underway from the Shakopee Ice Arena in Shakopee. Feathered in. That was almost plinkoed in, but Houston with a bad save. And backhanded out of the zone into the neutral zone by the Sabres. Dumped off the boards. Guided in with the backhand. Pedersen for Shakopee able to find it. As the Sabres will look to outlet. Into the neutral zone. And softly into the offensive zone behind the net. Sabres will forecheck here. Simpson holding it along the far, or rather near half wall. D to D. Diagonal pass cross ice for Simpson is intercepted. He stays with it. Guides over to Kultgen. Out of the far wing. Back to the D. Wrist shot nearly tipped into the back of the net and went high. Good check Along the near side by Jake Woog. And the puck will leave the zone. Eagan holding serve so far, 3 minutes in. Chase breaks in, good pass. Centered for Dalen Klein and went skittering off his blade and behind the net. Along the far wall, Eagan gets it. They'll play a little transition hockey, send it wide. As Hudson Kerr will chase after it. Kerr wins it behind the cage. Circling with his backhand, puts the brakes on. Dumps it to his teammate Eddie Moore. Moore behind the pipes. High slot chance. Wrist shot save. As Houston closed the avenue. Went into the butterfly there to do so. Eagan staying with it. Wrist shot from the point is wide. Good forecheck, good offensive zone pressure here by the Wildcats. 13-15 to play in the first period. Klein comes away with it for Shakopee. He gets decked, and it finds a skate of Forrester who's centered, and A.J. Clark wasn't ready for the pass. Open net along the near low slot, but nothing doing. Again, cycled back in deep by Eagan. Finally cleared out by Shakopee. And here comes Siegert. Siegert going 1-on-4. Circling back to the blue line and then whistles one down low. Vogel, the first Sabre there. Along the half wall, whistle to the near wing. Colton plays it back from the blue line. Isaiah Hawley along the half wall. Lost control of it. Vogel applying pressure at the blue line and a hard check. And that will be a penalty. They're going to get Vogel. And it will be a 2-minute minor for Vogel, the junior Mason Vogel. And the game's first power play is awarded to Eagan. The 12-17 mark of the first period. 2-minute minor in the first whistle of the game and first offensive threat. Two-minute cross check. Short-handed chance and a score! Oh, boy! Cooper Siegert with a shorty. Ninth goal of the season for Siegert. How's that for transition hockey? Siegert with the fast lane and a backhand finish, beating Gabe Leitch blocker side on a shorthanded goal. Peyton Chase the assist. And our first goal of the game. Goal scored at 5:06 of the first period. But Cooper Siegert, Peyton Chase the assist. But our first goal of the game goes to the Sabres, and it's a shorty. Houston holds, and we'll get an offensive zone faceoff here for the Eagan Wildcats. Colton as well credited for the assist. Siegert now with 9 goals on the season, good for second on the squad. Peyton Chase, assist number 5. And Colton with assist number 6. Eagan continues on with their power play. 1:04 left on that power play. A 2-minute cross check on Mason Vogel. Bouncing puck scatters high. Shakopee clears it from the slot, bounced out, but kept in by Hudson Kerr. Kerr from the low slot, wrist shot goes high, wide of the cage to the right. Pile up on aisle 4 behind the net. Centering pass out front, Houston save! No! Rebound puts it in! Houston got a big piece of it originally, and then the rebound follow was good to go. As Eagan knocks it up at 1. I believe the goal was scored by Lance Murray, but we'll get the official ruling. But it's a power play goal at the 10:54 mark of the first period. We are even up at 1. Goal scored at 6:06. Lance Murray. From Eddie Moore. All right. So 2 goals in rapid succession. We're back at full strength. Offensive zone face-off forthcoming for Shakopee. For Lance Murray, that is goal number 4 on the season. Eddie Moore with his 4th apple. So some back and forth action. Offensive zone face-off for the Sabres. 10:32 to play in a rapid, melting first period clock. Dalen Klein in this face-off dot, wins it to Chase. Klein, backhand to Chase, cutting in. Backhand shot, paddled away. Behind the net it goes. Tie up, pinch to the blue line, and Shakopee will have to retreat into the neutral zone. Ladled ahead for Siegert and a whistle. And a hand pass is the call. 10:14 to play in period 1. 6 shots on goal already for Eagan. The Wildcats have come out spitting with fire. Shorthanded goal for Cooper Siegert, and then a power play goal in response by Lance Murray. Into the offensive zone goes Prung for Eagan. Prung stays with it, tries the center. Knocking it out of there was Youngberg for Shakopee. Youngberg still with it, applies the brakes. He's pinched by a couple of blue sweaters. Down low behind his own goal. Played ahead to Simpson, the North Dakota recruit, electric with the puck. Backhands it to Doctor, into center ice with speed. Pedersen 2-on-1, leaves it for Simpson, and a good stick out of there. That was by Lance Murray. He's on both ends of the ice. Murray stops what could have been a 2-on-1. Simpson chasing after the puck. It goes ricocheting behind the cage, turned over, held in by Youngberg. 9:14 to play in the first period, 1-1 contest. Big hit. Puck goes cratering to center ice. Isaac Martin with speed along the near wing. His shot tips off a skate and goes over the glove of Houston. Eagan will stay with it. Behind the cage it goes. Puck loose, taken by the white sweaters. Along the half wall. Now Koken loses his blade or edge and turns it over as Vogel sends it deep, and a big hit along the near wall between Vogel and Jake Woog, and some rowdy fans down there in front of it. We're encouraging the physicality by young Mr. Woog there. It'll be a neutral zone faceoff along the near wing. 8:40 to play in the first period of a 1-1 hockey game. Face-off 1. Colton will play it deep for Shakopee. Leitch, the goaltender, puts his big paddle on it and waits for a couple of blue jerseys as Eagan looks to break out on the rush. Dumped cross ice and sent back in by Will Mitchell of Eagan. Marshall. Eight minutes even to go in the first period. We're still even up at 1. Shorthanded goal by Cooper Siegert, and then a power play response by Lance Murray. has this game even at one apiece. Log jam along the far wing. Klein. Chase was streaking through center ice, couldn't feather the pass to him. Steinhoff. And sent cross ice by Murray. Good tip. Shakopee will send it deep. Chase. Over to Right defense. Push cross ice. Murray will retreat behind his own cage. Good forecheck here. Pedersen tips it. Houston will corral it for the Sabres. Under 7 to play in the first period. 1-1 game. Either team controlling the zone much over the last few minutes. Shot on goal, save. That was a 1T set up beautifully off of the turnover. But Hudson Kerr was turned away by the big right pad on a kick save. Here's Doctor splitting the defense. Doctor centers, and there erasing it was Prong. Shot on the blue line. Easy glove save by Gleich. And it'll be an offensive zone draw with 6:27 to play in the first period. 1-1, only 3 shots on goal for the robust offense of Shakopee. They'll have their top line out there in the offensive zone. Simpson sends it into Pedersen. Pedersen circling up top. Wrist shot, saved by Gleich. Loose puck still, and it's cleared away from danger. Pedersen holds it in. That's retreated back to the neutral zone for Youngberg. Nearly a fan by Carlson. It comes over to Simpson. Simpson on the near wing. Simpson whistles it high, and it goes out of play. Simpson hasn't had much time or space today to get loose, but you know he will. Always does. That's how good that young man is. Klein in the face-off dot for the Sabres. Everyone jumping the gun. Face-off draw 1. Shot wide. Oh, another big stop. That was from Chase. Gleich able to squeeze off the near post. Centering pass for Steinhoff goes awry. Held in by Siegert. Siegert looking for help. Bouncing puck behind the net. Martin. Steinhoff pinches the blue line along the near wall. And retreating into the neutral zone go the Sabres. Klein with speed. Far side for Siegert. Steinhoff down. Chase. Sends one wide. 5 minutes to play in the period, 1-1. And this loose puck goes into the neutral zone. Siegert. Steinhoff. Back to Kolchin with speed. Kolchin sends it in. Vogel cross ice to corral it. Steinhoff passes it to himself. He's tripped, and that will result in a power play. That was great hustle by Shakopee. And they'll get their first power play of the night. 4:34 to play in the period. 1-1 game. Holman, 2-minute minor tripping. So this red-hot power play for Shakopee will take the ice. And let's see if they can break the deadlock at 1. Holly, Simpson, centering pass, score! Siegert again! Simpson was working from the office. Centering pass, and Siegert wouldn't miss it. A 1T finish. And Siegert with his second goal of the afternoon. A gentle dish through traffic, finding the skate and stick of Cooper Siegert. Second goal of the night. And it's 2-1 Shakopee. And the power play goal. Chase picks up his second apple as well, so 2 assists for the junior forward, Peyton Chase. Another shot from Youngberg out near the blue line is saved into the awaiting chest of Gabe Gleich. 4:06 to play in the period, and Shakopee leads 2-1. Power play goal and a shorthanded goal today for Cooper Siegert. And Cooper Simpson is into the score column as well with an apple, his 10th assist of the season. So 3:40 to play in the period. Simpson, he's in. Simpson staying with it, and then finally ushered away from danger by Lance Murray. Simpson was sniffing a goal. Wanted to touch the puck there, but would have been offsides. Leaves it for Eagan. Murray off the stick of Kerr behind the net. Here's Chase to Siegert with speed. He's looking for his third. Siegert's in. Backhand score! How about a first period hat trick for Cooper Siegert? Boy, he was wearing the PF Flyers. He was off and running, and nobody to catch him. He was like Secretariat at the Belmont there. Took the puck, and nobody was stopping him. That's a first period hat trick for Cooper Siegert. Oh my gracious. 3-1 Shakopee. Oh my gracious. That was some kind of open ice speed. You blinked and you missed the blur and white. Cooper Siegert, have yourself an afternoon, young man. That goal scored at 13:31. Siegert with 3 goals in the period. A shorty, a power play, and a full strength goal. You have that on your bingo card. Offensive zone face-off for the Sabres. 2:38 to play in the period. Draw won by Vogel, but it was Forrester for Eagan. That found open ice out of the zone. Lance Murray cutting in. Wraparound chance. Oh, blocked by the post itself. Murray was trying to get one back. Colchin. Centering pass from Marshall. Not there. Eagan will go on the breakout. 3-on-2. Chipped to himself. Shot by Koken is saved by Alexi Hewson. Offensive zone face-off with 2:03 to play in the period and a 3-1 hockey game. Now 11 shots on net for the Sabres, 8 for Eagan. Another tight angle shot saved by Hewson. Puck loose. Youngberg there for Shakopee. Woog for Eagan. Woog has it back. Woog circling around the face-off dot. Throws a shot on goals. Saved by a blocker by Hewson. Puck was loose in the slot and feathered out to Docteur. Docteur sees this one chipped far side. Simpson settles the bouncing puck down. Stripped by Martin. Martin along the far wing. Plays it past Youngberg. Now tie up along the far half wall. Youngberg guides it to Simpson. Now Doctour applying pressure along the blue line. And the puck goes out of the zone for Eagan, and they'll reset as Shakopee works for a change. 1 minute remaining in the period, 3-1. And down on the ice is Cullen O'Leary, and I think he drew a penalty. And he did. It's on Peyton Chase. So second power play opportunity for the Eagan Wildcats. The first one was fruitful and not. They allowed a power play, or rather shorthanded goal, and scored a power play goal on their own behalf. And here comes Siegert. Is he going to think about another one here on the PK? This time, two blue sweaters pay him mind, as the heat-seeking Rocket wearing double Unos was cleared off the puck. Sent in by Eagan. Houston. Waffle boards it away. To the blue line it goes. Kerr, high slot. Finds his teammate Murray. Murray, wrist shot on goal. Saved by Houston. Bouncing puck. Taken away by Shakopee. Coltjin will clear it down the ice with 13 to play in the first period. And $1:14 on the 2-minute minor penalty. 4, 3, 2, and with 1.2, the puck is iced. So don't go anywhere. We've got our intermission report coming up in a moment. We'll recap what was an energetic and fun first period. And, of course, we'll talk about Cooper Siegert with a first period hat trick. 1.2 before things are tied up in the first with a nice, clean red and black bow. Pedersen wins the draw, and that will do it for period one. Cooper Siegert, 3 goals, a shorty, a power play, and a full-strength marker. And he's having a game that many wish they could have over 3 periods in one. 3 goals in the first period for Cooper Siegert. The sophomore is a sizzling sensation this afternoon. Our first intermission report is coming up in just a moment. We will have more at the end of one period of hockey. Shakopee 3, Eagan 1. This is Sabre Hockey on Game Time Minnesota.
Katie O'Dean State Farm is your friendly local agent for Minnesota Nice Insurance. With 23 years of agency experience, Katie O'Dean and her licensed team are here to educate community members about coverage specific to their needs, lifestyle, and budget, covering home, auto, renters, business, life insurance, and more. Katie O'Dean and her team want to help our Shakopee community together. Learn more by visiting mnniceinsurance.com.
Hi, I'm Amy from McNerney Schmidt Funeral and Cremation in Shakopee. Someday you'll need services like ours. You'll need to trust someone to help make unimaginable decisions during a time of pain and grief. We believe trust at that level is earned. It's part of why we fervently support local sports, community programs, and the Shakopee community as a whole. So when your difficult moment comes, you know we'll be here with your best interest in mind. Visit McNerneyFuneralHome.com for more information. McNerney Schmidt Funeral and Cremation in Shakopee, your friend when you need it most.
However you choose to stay active, St. Francis Regional Medical Center in Shakopee has expert providers offering surgical and non-surgical treatments to help keep you moving. From head injuries to ankle injuries and all the joints and muscles in between, St. Francis Ortho Spine Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine providers have your back and everything else. For more information, visit stfrancis-shakopee.com/ortho.
At Christensen Jewelers, you'll find amazing custom jewelry options for your engagement ring, wedding set, or that special gift. Located just across Highway 21 from the Marcus Southbridge Cinema, they're family-owned right here in Shakopee. Christensen Jewelers have a wide selection of natural or lab-grown diamonds and will help maintain your one-of-a-kind piece as the only jeweler in the South Metro that does their own in-house repairs. Mention you heard about Christensen Jewelers from Sabres Live and receive 20% off your first purchase.
When the Sabres score, Shakopee scores. Zach Scadam Remax Advantage Plus is a proud supporter of Shakopee Athletics and Sabres Live and have pledged to make a donation to a local Shakopee charity for every Sabre touchdown, goal, home run, and more scored this season. Zach Scadam is a Sabre parent who knows the Shakopee community is both an agent and a neighbor who can help whether you're buying or selling your home or just exploring the market. Learn more at psrgsold.com. Shakopee Chevrolet have been serving the Shakopee community for over 60 years and are a proud supporter of Sabre high school and youth sports. When you choose Shakopee Chevrolet, you can count on an easy car buying experience with great selection, simplified pricing, and no gimmicks from a family-owned dealership that's cheering on the Sabres right with you. Visit their showroom on First Avenue in downtown Shakopee or visit ShakopeeChevrolet.com today. Go Sabres.
Welcome back to the Shakopee Ice Arena. First intermission, a 3-1 advantage for the Shakopee Sabres. Behind 3 goals from Cooper Siegert. We'll get to the first period summary in just a moment. But let's take a look at some other good stuff, including the Game Time MN app. Take the Sabres wherever you go with the Game Time MN app. Watch all the big games for Shakopee and some of the top high school games in the Metro on your smartphone and smart TV by searching for the Game Time MN app. That's Game Time MN on the Apple Store, Google Play Store, Roku TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Subscribe to the TC Game podcast to keep up with the latest happenings in Twin Cities prep sports. From the guys that call the games, Logan Anderson, Matt Dean, and Bill Hupp each week break down prep sports in Minnesota while welcoming in coaches, media members, and more. Visit GameTimeMN.com. That's GameTime, all one word, MN.com, or on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast by searching for the TC Game Time podcast. And get social with Sabres Live by following us on X, formerly doing business as Twitter, at Sabres Live, or on Facebook via Facebook.com/Shako Sabres Live for the latest highlights, news, and the best coverage of Sabre sports around. 3-1 hockey game. At the end of one period, and it was the Cooper Siegert show. Let's take a look at our first period summary. Siegert got the scoring open with a shorthanded goal at 4:06. Peyton Chase with the assist, and Jack Colchin with the assist on that first goal. Following that, Eagan got things tied up with a power play goal of their own. At 6:06, Lance Murray assisted by Eddie Moore, not Eddie Murray. Lance Murray and Eddie Moore, not to be confused with Eddie Murray. That goal knotted things up at 1 apiece. But then it was Siegert getting loose again on the power play. 12:44. Siegert with a second. Cooper Simpson and Chase again with the assist. That gave Shakopee a 2-1 lead. And then Siegert with a full-strength goal at 13:51. Chase and Youngberg with the assists on that. So Chase has assisted on all 3 goals from Siegert, and that is where we're at right now. A 3-1 first period lead for Shakopee. There was 1:04 remaining on the Eagan power play to begin the second period. That was Chase who was called for a late trip to close out the first period. So 1:04 on that power play when we get a fresh shed of ice and resume the second period. Reminder, don't go anywhere after this. We'll have the girls action. We got a twin bill for you. So 6 periods of hockey coming your way on Game Time MN. You don't want to miss it. We'll have that for you following the conclusion of the boys' contest. We've got more. We'll take a look at the keys of the second period when we return. This is Shakopee Hockey on Game Time Minnesota.
Welcome to the Academies of Shakopee. The Academies provide a small school feel and a large high school. Our incoming 9th graders enter the 9th grade academy, easing the transition to high school while learning more about our 6 career academies. The academies provide authentic, real-world experiences in collaboration with our community, strengthening the connection between elective courses and what students may decide to do post-graduation, making students college and career ready. Visit our website to learn more about the academies and how to partner with us.
McNearney Schmidt Funeral and Cremation are proud to spotlight Sabre student athletes because they're entrenched in the Shakopee community. It's why they support the Shakopee Chamber, the Rotary, the schools, Sabre athletic teams, churches, and the community at large. Joe and Amy Schmidt and the entire team are active members of the Shakopee community who live, work, and play here. Learn more about how their family can serve yours by visiting McNearneyFuneralHome.com. McNearney Schmidt Funeral and Cremation in Shakopee, your friend when you need it most. Before the Sabres take the field, lace up their skates, or hit the hardwood, preparation is key to come home with the win. At Manna Brewing in downtown Shakopee, they feel the same way, and it's why they sweat the details with every fresh stone-fired pizza they prepare and craft beer they brew. Locally owned and operated with a family-friendly atmosphere, Manna Brewing is proud to serve you just around the corner from First Avenue. Check out their tap room and learn more about their weekly activities and private room rentals at mannabrewing.com. When the Sabres score, Shakopee scores. Zach Scadam Remax Advantage Plus is a proud supporter of Shakopee Athletics and Sabres Live and have pledged to make a donation to a local Shakopee charity for every Sabre touchdown, goal, home run, and more scored this season. Zach Scadam is a Sabre parent who knows the Shakopee community is both an agent and a neighbor who can help whether you're buying or selling your home or just exploring the market. Learn more at psrgsold.com.
Valley Sports in downtown Shakopee is your headquarters for Shakopee Sabres Spirit Wear. They're your one-stop shop for custom embroidery and screen printing for corporate apparel and youth sports teams. Valley Sports has also been giving back to the community since 1977 through sponsorships and donations. Cheer on the Sabres in style by checking out their downtown location on First Avenue in Shakopee or by visiting ShakopeeValleySports.com for more info.
Shakopee Bowl is your official Sabre game day destination where the Sabres are always on. Catch every game on Sabres Live on one of the Bowl's multiple TVs dedicated to Sabres Live and cheer on Shakopee in the best place to catch the big game. The Bowl is proud to support the Shakopee community by giving back to Sabre athletics and youth sports teams in the area. So next time you're cheering on the Sabres at home, join us at the Bowl where the Sabres are always on.
First intermission continuing on from the Shakopee Ice Arena in Shakopee. Nathan Bleckel with you wherever you are today, taking in this matchup. So glad you're with us. This has been a very fun contest, I'll tell you that. The Shakopee Bowl scoreboard shows a 3-1 game, and Cooper Siegert with 3 of those goals. A first period hat trick for Mr. Siegert. And those 3 goals are brought to you by Zach Scadam Remax. The Sabres score. Zach Scadam Remax Advantage Plus is a proud supporter of Shakopee Athletics and is pledged to make a donation to a local Shakopee charity for every Sabre touchdown, goal, home run, or more this year. Zach Scadam is a Sabre parent who knows the Shakopee community as both an agent and a neighbor who can help whether you're buying or selling your home or just exploring the market. Learn more at psrgsold.com. Well, if you're Shakopee, what do you say in the dressing room other than continue on doing what you're doing? Siegert with 3 goals, Chase with 3 assists, kill off this power play, chance for Eagan, and go get a couple more and put the hay in the barn, so to speak. For Eagan, you can't get it all back at once. Continue playing your game, continue playing good dump and chase hockey, get on the forecheck, get more pucks in the net, and see where it takes you, because you're down 2 goals to an outstanding and explosive offense. We saw that on display in that first period. You can't get it back at once, so you got to chip away. Again, Get pucks to the net, play good dump and chase hockey, take care of the puck, no silly turnovers. That's probably the motto in the locker room right now for Shakopee, or rather for Eagan, who are down 2 goals to the good of your Shakopee Sabres. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. It was a 17-3 lead for the Minnesota Vikings. They've seen that evaporate now. 6:29 to play in the fourth quarter in Cincinnati. The Bengals have it knotted up at 17. 14 unanswered for Cincinnati. That game getting late in the fourth quarter. Over in St. Paul, the Canucks and Wild are knotted up at 1. Frederick Gaudreau with his second goal of the season to open up the scoring in the first period. But Teddy Bluger of Vancouver knotting things up for the Canucks in the second period. Let's take a look. Did something just big happen in the football game? Nick Mullins, I think, did something either really good or really bad. We'll get that for you in just a moment. Got a text message from one of my buddies that said Mullins with an exclamation point. And he says disregard. So I don't think anything crazy happened in that football game. But it doesn't matter because you're watching this one. That's exactly right. Eagan is back on the ice in those really slick blue uniforms. I do like, this is a clean uniform matchup here this afternoon. My girlfriend is with us, and she is the stylist and aesthetics analyst today. Which one do you like more? Which one do you think looks better, the blue and green or the white and red? Yeah. She said the white and red looked great, so I agree. It's a sleek look. I like the dual tone jersey too on the back, as you can see. Cameraman, we have the A+ crew today. The cameraman and I have been on point since we got here. I didn't even catch his name. Chris the cameraman. How can I forget that? Chris the cameraman doing a fantastic job, and you can see the jerseys for Shakopee are super, super cool. As we talked about on the open, there is not many open seats here today. This is a packed house on a Saturday afternoon. Just the way you like to see it. All the adjustments you could have been talked about in the respective dressing rooms. The Shakopee Bull scoreboard has been updated with that second period nomenclature, and we are ready to go. Buck 4 on the power play for Eagan. Face-off won by Shakopee. They'll send it deep for Gabe Gleich. The Eagan Wildcats will go left to right as you see it on your screen. Shakopee right to left here in the second period. Rocketed deep into the zone for the Wildcats and then ushered all the way back down. Gabe Gleich touches it up. Isaac Martin on the power play for Eagan. The Wildcats 3-5, Shakopee 5-1. Curling behind the cage. Eddie Moore. Over to Kerr. To the blue line for Murray. Murray throws it on goal. Save. Houston through traffic got just enough of it. 9 on the power play remaining. Backhanded and then finally brushed out of the zone, and it's full strength. Peyton Chase out of the sin bin. And we are at full strength with 15:47 to play in the second period. Turnover as Houston paddled it to nobody, and then it came into the awaiting stick of Murray, who threw it on goal, and resulted in a big Houston save. 3-1 lead for Shakopee. Puck jammed up at the near half wall. Pedersen and Simpson were there trying to poke away at it. Sent back deep. Forrester for Eagan. Good forecheck here from the Sabres. Simpson and Reinhard holding the blue line. Push diagonally. 2-on-1 chance for Eagan. Shot wide of the cage. Houston wasn't challenged. Pedersen over to Carson Steinhoff. Simpson's left alone. He gets it banked to him. Settles it down nicely. Docteur couldn't handle the feed. Bouncing puck into the neutral zone. Far wing. Holman ladles it on. Fletcher Reinhard. Steinhoff plays a little give and go. And sauced out of the zone. Klein will sprint down the ice and prevent the icing. That is great work by Dallin Klein. Klein stays with it. Siegert there as well. He has 3 goals in the contest. Youngberg into the neutral zone. Under 14 to play, second period. Puck sent diagonally and then chipped in. Jammed along the far or near wall, rather. And pushed off the ice for Eagan. Prong turned it over. Backhanded to Siegert. Siegert thinking about 4. He's into the zone. Shot on goal. Save with a glove by Gabe Gleich. 13:25 to play. Second period. An offensive zone face-off coming for the Sabres. 2 goals to the good. Face-off won by Vogel. Sent to center ice. Steinhoff. Jams it back in and then ricochets out to the neutral zone again. 2 Shakopee Sabres run into each other. It results in a turnover. 2-on-2 chance. Sharp angle shot blocked away by Houston. Shakopee holding on to a 2-goal lead at 3-1. Sent down the ice for an icing. Neither team finding much footing here in the second period. It's kind of been a back and forth period. In terms of sustained pressure, there has been not much. Offensive zone face-off loss. Simpson comes away with it with speed, 2-on-2. Working with his partner. Shot wide of the cage. That was Docteur. Simpson stays with it. Centering pass. Touched over to Docteur. Couldn't finish. I think he didn't get it cleanly as Pedersen tapped it to him. And a 1-2 chance goes awry. Bouncing puck. Youngberg couldn't ladle it. And it's sent back the other way. Colton for Shakopee. 15 shots on goal for Eagan, 12 for Shakopee. But the all-important score column gives the Sabres a 2-goal lead. Pedersen working in, goes down, bends over to Simpson. Simpson sends it on goal. Youngberg back to Simpson, held in along the blue line. Simpson cross-ice feed. Pedersen, his shot blocked. Simpson tracks it down. And it will go down the ice. Houston leaves it for Youngberg. Long shift here for Simpson. He's been on the ice for a while. Colton back behind for Youngberg. Youngberg turns it over. Poor pass. Taken by Woog. Held in along the half wall. And Chase is jammed into the boards at center ice. Big hit. Another big hit. Dallin Klein this time gets punished. It comes to Siegert. Siegert working in. Siegert loses his footing, no call, as Siegert was held and tripped, but nothing there from the Zebra. Loose puck, taking center ice with speed. Isaac Martin shot. Houston there to save, and it's held by Houston. 10:53 to go, second period. Alexi Houston getting a little bit more work than maybe Shakopee wants in this frame. Up to 16 shots on goal for the Eagan Wildcats, but Houston has countered with 15 saves. Reinhardt behind the net with Vogel. Vogel gets tripped up, no call. Nice nifty pass by Cullen O'Leary to himself up to the blue line. Sent in, and Houston there again. Oh, I'll tell you what, Alexi Houston starting to warm up a little bit. Brick wall waterfall back there, Alexi Houston is. The senior goaltender. Offensive zone face-off for the Eagan Wildcats. Face-off draw won by Shakopee. Youngberg ahead to Marshall. Marshall puts the brakes on, waits for more white sweaters, sends it deep in. Centering pass taken away by Eagan. Here's Prong. Wide on the near wing. Prong walks in. Pass save again by Houston. Oh boy. Alexi Houston having himself a great period with another fantastic save. That one toe save by Houston on a great shot from Briley Connect Prong. 10-12 to play, second period, 3-1. Another pad save. Big rebound, juicy rebound that's finally ushered away. Hunting the rebound down was H.A. Clark. Here's Simpson. Feathering it to Pedersen. Tipped away by a couple of blue jerseys into center ice where Youngberg will corral it. Sent diagonally to Simpson off the boards in center ice. Pedersen in a foot race. Won by Eagan. Simpson recycles it. He'll bring it into the zone. Leave it for Peterson. Centering pass. Simpson tries to tap it in. Couldn't. Great feed that was from Doctor. Pedersen near slot. Stays with it. Blocker save. Two good chances by Shakopee there. Neither of them go, and it's an icing. Oh, Simpson nearly had a dandy. And then Pedersen couldn't finish it off. Had time and space, high slot. And Gabe Gleich beat him to the spot. Face-off won by Eagan. 9:14 to play in the second period of a 3-1 hockey game. Shakopee getting all three of their first period goals from sophomore forward Cooper Siegert. Sent in for Klein, couldn't get to his blade, and it is an icing. We'll go the other way with 9 minutes exactly on the scoreboard in a 3-1 game. 19 shots on goal and counting thus far for Eagan. Only 13 for the home Sabres, but 3 goals on those 13 shots. Here's Chase with speed. He's in the open ice and beats him to the forehand. Score! Oh, this line has been magical for Shakopee. And this time, Siegert pays Chase back with an assist. 4-point afternoons for Peyton Chase and Cooper Siegert. And it's 4-1. So the goal officially scored at 8:41. Carson Steinhoff also getting in the scoring mix with an assist. But Chase and Siegert have been menaces and thorns on the side of those Wildcat jerseys all afternoon. 4-point afternoons for those two gentlemen. 3 goals and an assist for Siegert. 3 assists and a goal, rather, for Peyton Chase. 7:55 to play in the second period. Shakopee all over Eagan now, 4-1. And now the Sabres can get greedy. Marshall bouncing puck. Pedersen whistles one high. Puck comes to center ice. Youngberg and Steinhoff there. Held up by a blue sweater. Puck comes to Simpson. And Eagan is offsides. $7:29 to play. Second period. 4-1 Shakopee. The Vikings had a 24-17 lead moments ago. It's now 24-24 after a late touchdown by T. Higgins for those watching our game and not the monstrosity in purple and gold. 7 minutes to go in the second period. Simpson settles the puck down. Wrist shot, high slot, blocked away off the stick of an Eagan Wildcat. And the Sabres will forecheck here. Simpson tied up along the near wall. And Pedersen got decked center ice. And I don't think he was all too happy about that one. I didn't quite see what had happened there. Simpson comes away with it. And another arm up. And no call. It was an offside play. Into the offensive zone with speed is Isaac Martin. Chase. Siegert. Far wing. Siegert. Wide of the cage. Peyton Chase at center ice. Here's A.J. Clark. Colton. Hip check along the far wall. Send to center ice, Siegert. Siegert, man, he has got some wheels, doesn't he? Tries to center it. Bouncing puck, tipped out of the zone. Youngberg finds his D partner. Back to Siegert. Siegert thrown in the center. Oh, centering pass and a dandy. Couldn't have walked it any better, but fanning on it was Vogel. That would have been sweet. I need to see more of this Cooper Siegert on the ice. Every time he touches it, good things seem to happen. Here's a shot. Ricocheting off the pads of Gleich to Colton, who gets dumped. Youngberg trying to pinch along the near wall. Marshall squirts it free to Vogel. Far side Colton, who will just dump it in as Shakopee will work for a change. And it's held by Gleich with 4:57 to play in the second period and a 4-1 lead for the Shakopee Sabres. Reminder, don't go anywhere. Following the conclusion of this game, we'll have the girls' game to follow. Should be another good one. Simpson wins the draw. Tries to put one on net. Someone lost the stick. Steinhoff with it on the near wing. Touches it for Doctour. Doctour trying to avoid that stick in the middle of the ice there. Simpson behind the cage. Simpson turns, looks. Bouncing puck settled back down. Oh, Simpson puts the moves on and tries to find his teammate Steinhoff cross ice. It's tipped and intercepted. Another loose stick. That's 2. 1 and 2. A lumber factory out here. Pedersen putting the moves on. Cross ice for Doctour. 4-on-2. Simpson now. He gets punished along the near wall into the glass. Tell you what, while Eagan is down 4-1 on the scoreboard, they're sure getting their licks in on the Shakopee Sabres. Oh, that's a broken twig. That referee will come and clean it up. We'll throw that log in the fireplace underneath us, keeping us warm here today. 4:02 to play, second period of a 4-1 hockey game. Klein will take the draw. Offensive zone win. Siegert with it. Puts the brakes on. Siegert around 2 blue jerseys. To the blue line for Youngberg. Back to Siegert. Time and space. Siegert spinning. Stays with it. Tries to find a teammate on the back door, but nobody home. Klein. Behind the net, harassing Lance Murray. Held in along the far blue line, and then Murray lays a shoulder into Youngberg. Peyton Chase with a good back check. Chase bouncing puck to Klein. Klein holds. Finds Youngberg. Ahead to Siegert. Siegert to Kolchin. 3 minutes to play, second period, 4-1. Shakopee lead. Big shoulder check by Owen Wood. Puck freed up along the near half wall. Vogel putting it in reverse for Kolchin. Youngberg, as those two seesaw with each other. Great outlet pass to Chase. Chase cross ice for Vogel. Holly was the nearest white sweater there. Settled down by Marshall. Center ice poked away. Connect Prong leading the charge for Eagan. 2 minutes to play, second period. Pedersen skates to the slot. Steinhoff with time and space. Shot, pad save, rebound, not there. Marshall, the closest jersey there. Whistles it around to Steinhoff, held it along the near blue line. Steinhoff, Pedersen. Clogged over here along the wall. Steinhoff bats at it, keeps it in the zone. Pass to Pedersen. Pedersen puts one on net. Long rebound played to Steinhoff. Steinhoff behind the cage. And he gets taken down, and a whistle and a power play coming. So I think this is going to be on number 9, Cullen O'Leary, and it is. .123 to play second period, and a power play chance for Shakopee. Kolchin along the near defense. Feathers a pass over to Siegert. 2-minute minor for roughing on O'Leary. Here's Simpson. Good pass. Simpson walking it in. Blocked away. Lance Murray. And Murray will send it down the ice. Simpson was left unabated. Here's Pedersen. Bounce to Simpson on the blue line. He'll walk it in. Kick to Kolchin. Kolchin will set up the power play. Simpson near slot, save with a mask by Gabe Gleich. Oh, that had a vapor trail behind it on that Simpson wrist shot, and Gleich lost his lid. Boy, he took that one off the coconut, and he is no worse for the wear, it looks. Talk about a warrior. I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be the guy taking a wrist shot from Simpson off the lid. That was an impressive shot. Neutral zone face-off. And here come the Sabres. Pedersen with speed. Simpson's behind him. Pedersen surveying. Tight angle shot blocked away. He stays with it. 17 in the second period clock. Siegert. Give and go. Siegert. Save. Loose puck out in front. And it goes off the stick of Kolchin to center ice. Kolchin with moves, and that will do it for the second period. One goal in the frame, and it goes to Shakopee's Peyton Chase. The Sabres will go to the dressing room after the second period with a 4-1 lead over Shakopee, or rather over Eagan. We will come back with more. Our second intermission report in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. This is Shakopee Hockey on Game Time MN.
Shakopee Chevrolet have been serving the Shakopee community for over 60 years and are a proud supporter of Sabre High School and youth sports. When you choose Shakopee Chevrolet, you can count on an easy car buying experience with great selection, simplified pricing, and no gimmicks from a family-owned dealership that's cheering on the Sabres right with you. Visit their showroom on First Avenue in downtown Shakopee or visit ShakopeeChevrolet.com today. Go Sabres.
Katie O'Dean State Farm is your friendly local agent for Minnesota Nice Insurance in Shakopee. Katie O'Dean and her team are committed to growing the community they serve. It's why they support Sabres Live and Shakopee student athletes and are out in the community at local events throughout the year. Katie O'Dean State Farm are also chamber members and support the Loaves and Fishes program, helping feed families right here in Shakopee. Learn more about Katie O'Dean and her local team by visiting mnniceinsurance.com.
Valley Sports in downtown Shakopee is your headquarters for Shakopee Sabres Spirit Wear. They're your one-stop shop for custom embroidery and screen printing for corporate apparel and youth sports teams. Valley Sports has also been giving back to the community since 1977 through sponsorships and donations. Cheer on the Sabres in style by checking out their downtown location on First Avenue in Shakopee or by visiting ShakopeeValleySports.com for more info. Hometown pride has continued to pour into the community here at Hometown Bank, as well as throughout the community of Shakopee. Here at Hometown Bank, our hope to further support each of you continues to be our priority. As members of the community, Hometown Bank would like to continue to serve you with your insurance, loan, mortgage, and financial needs. As a proud supporter of Sabres Live, they welcome you to be a part of the home team by visiting our local branch on Beerling Drive in Shakopee or go to myht.bank today.
However you choose to stay active, St. Francis Regional Medical Center in Shakopee has expert providers offering surgical and non-surgical treatments to help keep you moving. From head injuries to ankle injuries and all the joints and muscles in between, St. Francis Ortho Spine Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine providers have your back and everything else. For more information, visit stfrancis-shakopee.com/ortho.
At Christensen Jewelers, you'll find amazing custom jewelry options for your engagement ring, wedding set, or that special gift. Located just across Highway 21 from the Marcus Southbridge Cinema, they're family-owned right here in Shakopee. Christensen Jewelers have a wide selection of natural or lab-grown diamonds and will help maintain your one-of-a-kind piece as the only jeweler in the South Metro that does their own in-house repairs. Mention you heard about Christensen Jewelers from Sabres Live and receive 20% off your first purchase.
Intermission number 2 is upon us. A 4-1 Shakopee advantage. And, you look at this game and you talk about Cooper Simpson and Nate Pedersen, but it has been the second line for Shakopee that has just been dynamite today. Peyton Chase and Cooper Siegert have been the most wanted men on the ice. Siegert with a 3-goal afternoon, 4 points. Peyton Chase, 4 points as well. Those two men have been outstanding for Shakopee. They've been real difference makers here today. You look at the second period summary. 1 goal in the frame. It goes to Peyton Chase at 8:41, assisted by Cooper Siegert and Carson Steinhoff, who got on the board as well with assists in that frame. There will be 37 seconds left on a power play for Shakopee when we open up the second period. That came on a 2-minute minor to close the frame from roughing. So we'll see if Shakopee can get greedy and score their 5th and 6th markers this frame. We will come back with more. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, preview the third period, and have some more fun when we return. It is a 4-1 hockey game. The Shakopee Sabres are looking real good. They're 6-1-1 in the season, looking for win number 7 on the campaign, and they're almost there, 17 minutes away from win number 7. 4-1 hockey game at the end of 2 periods of play. We'll come back with more during our second intermission. This is Shakopee Hockey.
Center in Shakopee, not just for kids, but for the whole family. You can sign up for the next Adult Bowling and Rec Volleyball League. Catch the big game on one of our 85 TVs on the next NFL Sunday, as well as Twins, Wild, and Vikings game days. And if you can't catch the Sabres in person, we've got you covered with multiple TVs dedicated to every game on Sabres Live. Check out our schedule of upcoming events at ShakopeeBowl.com.
However you choose to stay active, St. Francis Regional Medical Center in Shakopee has expert providers offering surgical and non-surgical treatments to help keep you moving.